Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone to our press conference for the Community Service Take Home Foster Program. My name is Deidre Hernandez from the Public Information Office, representing Laredo Animal Care Services, and I will be serving as today's Master of Ceremonies. This morning, we've come together to announce an initiative that represents innovation, compassion, and community collaboration. The Community Service Take Home Foster Program reflects all of our shared commitment to strengthening public welfare, improving animal well-being, and creating meaningful opportunities for both individuals and animals in our community. At this time, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank those who have joined us today. Representing Laredo Public Health, Dr. Richard Chamberlain. Representing the Municipal Court of Laredo, Jesus Chuy Dominguez. And representing Laredo Animal Care Services, Ms. Lauren Bluestone. Before we invite our speakers to the podium, I'd like to share a brief overview of the Community Service Take Home Foster Program. This collaboration provides an alternative and meaningful way for the court-ordered community service participants to fulfill their hours by fostering shelter animals in their homes under structured oversight. By placing shelter animals in approved foster homes, we promote responsibility and empathy among participants while providing the court system with a structured and verifiable method for service completion. At this time, I would like to welcome the Honorable Judge Jesus Chuy Dominguez, Municipal Court Judge for the City of Laredo.
Well, good morning, and welcome to the Municipal Court. When I was brought over the idea of having the collaboration and trying to send the people that we'd send that have community service as part of their sentence to do fostering, at first, thinking about it, and it took me back to when my wife was at the advisory board and always trying to see what is it that we can do better and better for the shelter in order to reduce the numbers at the shelter. So when I was brought with that idea and the proposal, I thought it was one of the best ideas that I ever seen from the animal shelter ever to come out. So I commend them for thinking outside the box, thinking futuristic thinking, and where we're going to be able to see a reduction of animals at the animal shelter. That would be, I think, the initial goal of trying to bring the numbers down, and in order to get a hold and a grasp of what we're doing here in Laredo, and hopefully one day in the educating of the people while they're fostering the animals, they're going to go through some type of education also. It's not just take the animal home. I think the director will be able to speak better about what the vetting would be of the persons that are going to be participating and what the ultimate goal is. I think what we need here in Laredo more than anything is to educate the people. We need to work together as a community. The whole deal of working together and collaborating, now we've seen two city departments working in sync. And in doing so, you can see now the wheels are turning. We can see how public health is going to be helped. Why? Because there are not going to be as many animals out there. And the more we educate the people of what the importance is of taking care of animals and how is it that they're taken care of, well, what's going to happen? People are going to be a little bit more conscious of how is it that they're going to obtain an animal, or if they're going to let an animal reproduce without any consequence. At the end of the day, even the reproduction of animals have consequences, especially if they're not taken care of. It becomes a public health hazard here in our community. We see it in different districts. I see it in the west side, I see it in the south side. see in the north side sometimes, but for the most part, we can see how many animals are out there, and some of them are because all of us love animals and we want to take care of them. But right now, it might be something that's overwhelming to all of us, and that's one of the things that we need to do. We need to educate the people so they can be able to take care of the animals. So we can also hopefully one day, I know the animal shelter's been pushing it because I know the advisory board was pushing it and recodifying the ordinances, especially the animal ordinances, where they're going to be making it a little stricter on enforcement because there's a lot of unlicensed people selling animals. And those are the people that are causing a lot of the problems here in Laredo. Just to make a quick buck, they poor little animals reproducing every 3 times a year sometimes, and just to make a quick buck. And they don't care who they sell it to, if the person's gonna be able to take care of it or not, and they end up letting the dog go out, and they go and leave him at the edge of the city, or they leave him in empty lots. And that's why we end up with all these animals at the shelter. And it's not the animal's fault. It's I think we don't want to fail as a community. We want to do something as a community, and I think the incentive is there. And believe me, if somebody gets 20 hours of community service and they pick the animal shelter to go, they're going to be given an option. I would imagine they would be given an option, and the option would be, you want to take care of the kennels here? You want to help us with the kennels? You want to help us walk the dogs? You want to help us with some of the manual labor here? Or would you like to foster? And I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be interested in fostering because a lot of people love animals, and hopefully they'll be able to participate in this. It's going to be a work in progress. It's a pilot program right now, basically what we're doing, see if it's going to work or not going to work. I have a lot of faith in it that it will work. And it's all going to be for the good of the community, the common good. People are going to feel good for doing community service. People are going to feel good because they're saving our dogs and our cats. That's, I think, the ultimate purpose. And one day, hopefully, Laredo can follow other cities into being a no-kill shelter. And that, I think, that would be the ultimate goal for all of us that are animal lovers. Thank you. Oh, you have any questions? Ask me any questions if you have any questions.
How many hours will be per day with the animal?
The animals, they're going to be overnights, okay? And that means they can be there with them 24 hours a day. And they're going to be given credit. It's going to be up to the shelter how much hours of credit they're going to give them. For me, usually what I give it for an hour of work, which is less work because I know they're going to be providing a lot of things to the person that's going to participate, but those details are going to be done by the director better than me. But I'm going to be giving hours. If I give them 20 hours to do community service and they do it over there, if they get 4 hours for every day that they foster, they'll be able to do it in 5 days of fostering. And they come back with the signature from whoever's authorized over there to sign off on it. They'll bring him and we'll give them the credit, and they're done with their punishment here, with the way they were sentenced. So, good question, Marisa.
Is there any way you can keep the animal?
Well, that's the ultimate, that would be, I guess, the ultimate goal for everybody. They start with fostering, and if they get to be a bond between the animal and the person that's fostering, and they will want to adopt, believe me, we're going to do everything for them to get adopted. And if they get adopted and they want to get extra credit, well, that's up to the director to do. And they can come and talk to me about it, and we'll discuss it. And if it's something that's worthwhile, believe me, they're going to be doing it. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Dominguez. Next, I would like to welcome our Laredo Public Health Director, Dr. Richard Chamberlain, to share a few words.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with the group, and thank you, Judge, for the collaboration. It's an honor to stand here with you and our leadership as we introduce the program that strengthens both public health and community well-being. This initiative reflects what we value most: collaboration that benefits families, neighborhoods, and the animals entrusted at our Laredo Animal Care Services facility. You may be asking, why does this matter? As a public health department, we know that animals play a meaningful role in human health. Caring for a pet can reduce stress, improve emotional stability, and support connection, all key factors in building healthier communities. By fostering an animal, participants experience companionship, routine, and responsibility, elements proven to support positive behavioral outcomes and overall wellness. This is not just an animal welfare program. It is public health in action. You might be thinking, what is the shelter impact as well? When pets leave the shelter for a night or a week, that space opens up for another animal in crisis. When participants foster, they gain purpose and contribute to a healthier, safer Laredo. This program reflects the best way that city departments can accomplish when we work together. Laredo Animal Care Services, the municipal court, and public health are aligned in the vision that rehabilitation and compassion can coexist with accountability. Collaboration isn't just helpful, it is essential for sustainable, community-centered progress. Thank you to our teams for designing a program that is compassionate, innovative, and deeply rooted in public health values. I look forward to seeing the positive impact this will have in our community for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chamberlain. Next, I would like to ask our Laredo Animal Care Services Assistant Director, Ms. Lauren Bluestone, to come up to speak for a few words.
Good morning, everybody. First and foremost, I definitely want to thank the municipal court, Laredo Public Health, and the city of Laredo for supporting innovative ideas and certainly collaborations between city divisions. And of course, first and foremost, I also want to make sure that we thank the amazing staff at Laredo Animal Care Services, as these programs are built from the ground up by them, and we certainly could not do that without them. So as Dr. Chamberlain had said, this program altogether, it relieves capacity pressure at the shelter, which means if an animal is not at the shelter, not only does that provide a little bit more of a calm, humane environment for the animals that are there, but it also allows us to free up space for more of the incoming strays that are plentiful, we'll say, in the streets of Laredo. When an animal is actually placed in a foster home, even for a temporary basis, the stress decreases, their behavior improves, and their chances of the adoption actually rises. And what it also allows us to do is give a little bit more insight of what the natural behavior of that animal is, which is something that we don't see in the shelter environment. So when we go to pair it up with an appropriate adopter, we're gonna know, hey, this animal's a couch potato. This animal is absolutely full of energy, things that we are not quite able to see inside the shelter walls. It's more than a foster program. It's certainly a rehabilitative opportunity for those that are involved. So why is that important? Well, it teaches empathy, accountability, compassion, and skills that support positive growth. Every participant in this program will receive absolute guidance from the staff. From the moment of what it means to be a foster, engaging within the foster program as it is written and in the LACS facility, all the way through when that animal is in their home. There's special circumstances such as neonates. Well, there will be training on how to care for properly, feed, especially for overnight situations. So we will be standing there side by side, hand in hand with the individual that is fostering. We will also be providing all the supplies. So there's no financial impact whatsoever, except for the relief of that animal actually being in the shelter and taking up staff time, which they could dedicate to other animals there. At the end of the day, we definitely see this program as the beginning of stronger collaborations between LACS and the court systems. Both systems align with the mission of protecting the public and certainly now promoting responsible pet ownership. So we're excited to move forward and proud to bring a solution that helps both people and pets that deserve a second chance. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bustone. Every positive change in our community starts with collaboration and compassion. We're grateful to our partners and to everyone who continues to support the well-being of Laredo's animals. Thank you again for joining us today and for helping us build a stronger, more compassionate community. Thank you.